All right. So, how do we quote someone who wants really cheap term insurance and so on? So, let's go to our companies that probably do the best priced term insurance rates. We can actually look at two companies. And typically, when we're doing term insurance, we typically like to do non medical. So, I'll show you how to do the non medical quotes and then the medical quotes. And it kind of just depends on the clients. Let's go ahead and log into the ARC. So, we go to arcnalease.com and we log in. And then we want to go to the carrier page. So, there's a couple of companies that we like to do our inexpensive term products. So the first one is Foresters Financial. So we go to Carriers, Foresters Financial, and then let's click on quotes. The product for the simplified issue non-medical is called Strong Foundation. So let's quote. Actually, let's quote the Foresters Your Term Medical. So let's do the medical version first. So this is the one that requires a blood and urine test, and typically these are people that want a large amount of insurance, larger amount. So let's take a look at Your Term. We're not a big fan of medical insurance only because the client could get declined. So this would be a 29-year-old female. And they do this by nearest stage. So let's just assume Christy here is 29 female. Let's just say they're in Kentucky. We're going to do the medical version. Sulfur premium, 100,000. So let's go ahead and get the quote. Now we're going to look for monthly. It's medical. So she's probably in good health, but we'd like to quote standard non-tobacco because she's a non-smoker. Because we want to kind of show them what we can do. And then you can actually add a children's term policy onto her policy. So we can put 20,000 and it'll be for each child. So no matter how many children, so we got Jace at 10, Jackson at 8, and Jasper at 3. So it'll cover all three kids, 20,000 each as a rider, children's term rider. So let's calculate the quote. And so 30 years is 2662. 2662 per month for 100,000. So this will add the child rider on there for 20,000 each for all three kids, and has 100,000 for 30 years. So that is, and she'll have to go through a blood and urine test. So that is. So let's click on back. So that is that standard health rating. Now I always like to show that, but then what if she's preferred plus non-tobacco? Let's say her health is just super awesome. They do a blood and urine test and she gets, so let's calculate the quote. And so it saves her $6 whole, so $20.85. But I always like to just tell them, look, if your health is great, it could go down to 20, but is 2662. If that's what you could get, then is that okay? Okay. So that is the medical version with the child rider on there. So let's go back, and then let's change the product. So let's edit. Let's see if it'll edit. No. So let's change the product. Okay, let's go to product selection. Now the non-medical, which is the one we typically prefer, again, assuming she's 29, nearest birth date. So it's based on her birth date. So this is the non-medical, 100,000, get quote. So we are going to do non-medical rate classes, non-tobacco. Children's term rider, we're going to do 20,000. calculate quote. So for a 30-year term, it's $34.75. So it has all the other features of the other product, except this one doesn't require blood and urine tests. You can probably get it issued pretty quick. No muss, no fuss, but it's $34.75 a month. So that is the non-medical version. And so if you're liking the cheaper rates and she doesn't mind going through a blood and urine test, that is basically what you're looking at. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. And that is it.